Hey everyone, welcome back to GoSpeakly English Podcast. I'm Sophie.
And I'm Daniel.
And we are so excited to have you here today because, oh my goodness, today's episode is going to be a total game changer for your English.
Absolutely. Sophie, I have a feeling our listeners are going to love this one.
You know what, Daniel? Before we even start, I want to give everyone listening right now a quick challenge. Are you ready for this?
Ooh, a challenge right at the start. I love it.
Okay, so here's the challenge. I want everyone to think about this question. Can you correctly use the words make and do in 5 different sentences right now, without hesitating, without thinking too much, just 5 sentences using make and do correctly?
That's actually harder than it sounds, right?
Exactly. Most English learners, even intermediate learners, they get confused between these 2 simple words. And you know what? If you're sitting there thinking, wait, when do I use make? When do I use do? Don't worry. By the end of this podcast, you're going to be a make and do expert.
That's a promise, guys.
So real quick, let me introduce myself properly. I'm Sophie, and I've been teaching English for 8 years now. 8 wonderful years of helping students just like you become confident English speakers. And honestly, make and do confusion, I've seen it 1,000 times, haha.
And I'm Daniel, and I'm here to learn alongside all of you because trust me, even native speakers sometimes pause and think, wait, is it make a decision or do a decision?
See, even Daniel gets it. And that's why today's episode is so important. So, what are we covering today? Well, we're diving deep into 2 of the most confusing words in English, make and do.
These words seem so simple, right? But they cause so much confusion.
Oh my gosh, yes. And here's the thing. Both words talk about actions. Both are super common in daily English, but they're not interchangeable. You can't just swap them around.
Right. Like you can't say, I'm going to do a cake. That sounds weird.
Exactly. It's make a cake, not do a cake. But then we say do homework, not make homework. So where's the logic?
That's what we're figuring out today.
And honestly, by the time we finish this episode, you'll understand the pattern. You'll know exactly when to use make, when to use do, and you'll never mix them up again. I mean it.
That's exciting. So, Sophie, what's the secret? Is there like a rule or something?
There is, and I'm going to break it down in the simplest way possible. We're going to look at real examples, real situations, the kind of stuff you use every single day. But before we jump in, if you're loving this podcast already, if you're excited to finally master make and do us a huge favor, okay?
Hit that like button. It really helps us reach more English learners like you.
And subscribe to GoSpeakly English Podcast so you never miss an episode. We're putting out amazing content every single day, daily episodes, guys, to help you speak English confidently.
Every day. That's our commitment to you.
And honestly, your support means the world to us. When you like, when you subscribe, when you share this with your friends, you're helping us grow this beautiful community of English learners.
All right, so should we get started?
Let's do it. Oh, wait. Let's make it happen? See, even I'm playing with the words now.
Perfect introduction to our topic.
Okay, so part 1, let's talk about the basics. What's the actual difference between make and do?
Yeah, because to me, they both just mean to perform an action, right?
Exactly. And that's where the confusion starts. But here's the thing, Daniel. There's a beautiful pattern once you understand it. Make is about creating something, producing something, building something. Do is about performing an action, completing a task or working on something.
Okay, so make is more about creation?
Yes. Think about it this way. When you make something, there's usually a result, a product, something new that didn't exist before.
Like making a cake?
Perfect example. When you make a cake, you're creating something. You're mixing ingredients, baking, and boom, you have a cake that wasn't there before.
That makes sense.
But when you do something, you're performing an action, like do your homework. You're completing a task, but you're not really creating a physical new thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, I get it. So doing homework is just working through problems, writing answers.
Exactly. You're working, you're performing, but there's no new physical object being created. The homework was already there. You're just completing it,
Wow, okay. That's actually really clear when you put it that way.
right? And once you get this basic idea, creation versus action, everything else starts to click into place.
So, can you give us more examples? Because I think examples really help.
Oh, absolutely. Let's start with make. So we say make a phone call. When you make a phone call, you're creating that connection, that conversation, right?
True. The conversation didn't exist before you picked up the phone.
Exactly. Make a decision, you're creating a choice. Make a plan, you're creating a strategy. Make friends, you're creating relationships.
Ooh, I never thought about it that way. Making friends is literally creating new connections with people.
Yes. See how it all connects? Now let's talk about do. We say do exercise. You're performing the action of working out.
Right, you're not creating exercise, you're just doing it.
Perfect. Do the dishes. You're performing the task of washing them. Do your best. You're performing at your highest level. Do business. You're conducting. You're working.
This is making so much sense now. But Sophie, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Are there exceptions? Because English always has exceptions.
Oh, Daniel, you know English too well. Yes, there are some tricky ones, but honestly, most of the time, this creation versus action rule works beautifully.
Okay, good, because I was worried this was going to get super complicated.
No, no, no. We're keeping it simple. That's the whole point of Go Speak English podcast. We make English easy and fun, not complicated and boring.
I love that. So, what are some common mistakes people make?
Oh my gosh, so many. The most common one I hear is students saying do a cake instead of make a cake,
Yeah, that does sound weird when you say it out loud.
right? Or they say make homework instead of do homework. And I totally get why. Because in many languages, there's just one word that covers both meanings.
True. So their brain is translating directly from their native language.
Exactly. And that's okay. That's part of learning. The important thing is to start noticing the pattern and practicing.
So, how can our listeners practice this?
Great question. Here's what I tell my students. Start paying attention when you hear native speakers. Watch movies, listen to podcasts like this one, and notice when people use make versus do.
That's such practical advice.
And also try to think in categories. Like, think about all the things you make. You make breakfast, make coffee, make noise, make mistakes. Notice the pattern?
They're all creating something.
Bingo. And then think about things you do. You do yoga, do laundry, do the shopping, do research. You're performing these actions,
This is actually really fun once you start thinking about it this way.
right? English can be fun when you understand the logic behind it. And you know what? Let me share a little story.
Ooh, I love stories.
So I had a student once, super smart guy, very good at grammar, but he kept mixing up make and do. And one day he told me, Sophie, I need to do a good impression on my boss.
Oh no.
And I was like, wait, you mean make a good impression? And he was so confused. He said, but I'm performing the action of impressing my boss, so shouldn't it be do?
That's actually a logical thought, though.
I know. But here's the thing. When you make an impression, you're creating an image, a perception in someone's mind. So it's make, not do.
Oh, that's a great example.
And after that, he got it. He started thinking, am I creating something or just performing? And boom, his make and do usage improved dramatically.
I love success stories like that.
Me too. And that's why I love teaching. These small breakthroughs make such a big difference in someone's confidence.
Absolutely. So, Sophie, let's give our listeners some really practical everyday examples they can use immediately.
Yes. Okay, so let's imagine you're at home in the morning. What are some things you make? You make your bed, make breakfast, make coffee or tea.
Right. All creating something.
And what do? You do your morning routine, do some stretches, do your makeup if you wear makeup.
These are all actions you're performing.
Exactly. Now let's go to work. At work, you might make a presentation, make copies, make arrangements for a meeting.
Creating things.
And you do your job, do paperwork, do overtime if needed.
Performing tasks.
See how natural this becomes once you get the hang of it?
It's like a light bulb going on in your head.
Exactly. And you know what else is interesting? Some phrases are just fixed expressions. Like we always say, make money, not do money.
Right, because you're creating income.
Yes, but we say do damage, not make damage, even though damage is kind of creating something negative.
So there are some exceptions.
There are, but they're not many. And honestly, the more you expose yourself to English, the more natural these fixed expressions become. You don't have to overthink every single one.
That's reassuring because I think sometimes learners get too worried about making mistakes.
Oh, absolutely. And that's something I always tell my students. Making mistakes is part of learning. Don't be afraid to use make and do, even if you mess up sometimes.
Right, because practice makes perfect. Or wait, is it practice does perfect?
It's makes. Practice makes perfect. But I love that you're testing yourself.
Hey, I'm learning too.
And that's the spirit everyone should have. Be curious, test yourself, make mistakes, learn, improve. That's the journey.
So true. All right, Sophie, I think we've covered a lot in part 1. Should we recap quickly before moving to part 2?
Yes, great idea. So everyone listening, here's what we've learned so far. Make is about creation, production, building something new.
Do is about performing an action, completing a task.
Make creates results, like make a cake, make friends, make a decision.
And do performs actions, like do homework, do exercise, do the dishes.
Most common mistake? Mixing them up because your native language might use one word for both.
And the solution? Pay attention to the pattern, practice with real examples, and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Perfect summary. All right, let's take a quick breath here, and then we're diving into part 2, where we're going to get even more specific with categories and super useful phrases you can use every day.
I'm excited. This is going to be good.
Wow, painting and hiking. Light bulb. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, everyone, welcome to part 2. This is where things get really practical and really fun.
Yes. So, Sophie, in part 1, we covered the basic difference. Make is creation, do is action. Now what?
Now we're going to break it down into categories, because here's the thing. There are certain categories of things that always go with make and certain categories that always go with do.
Ooh, like rules we can memorize?
Exactly. And once you know these categories, you'll never have to guess again. You'll just know, oh, this is a make situation or this is a do situation.
I love it. Okay, hit me with the first category.
All right, category number 1 for make, food and drinks. Almost always when you're talking about preparing food or drinks, you use make.
So, make breakfast, make lunch, make dinner?
Yes, make a sandwich, make pasta, make soup, make a salad. All of these use make because you're creating a meal.
What about drinks?
Same thing. Make coffee, make tea, make a smoothie. Make lemonade, you're creating the drink,
That's super easy to remember.
right? And here's a fun one. Make a reservation. When you're booking a table at a restaurant, you're making a reservation, not doing a reservation.
Because you're creating that booking.
Exactly. You're creating a spot for yourself. Okay, category number 2 for make, communication and sounds.
Ooh, this is interesting.
So, make a phone call, make a speech, make an announcement, make a suggestion, make a comment, make noise.
All of these are creating communication or sound.
Yes, you're bringing something into existence through speaking or sound. Make a promise, you're creating a commitment with your words,
This pattern is so clear now.
right? Category number 3 for make, plans and decisions. Make a plan, make a decision, make a choice, make arrangements, make an appointment.
Creating future actions and choices.
Bingo! And this is so useful in everyday life, right? You're constantly making plans, making decisions.
Absolutely. Okay, what about category 4?
Category 4, progress and change. Make progress, make a difference, make improvements, make changes, make an effort.
Oh, wow. These are all about creating forward movement or transformation.
Exactly. You're creating change, creating movement. Make a mistake, you're creating an error, even though we don't want to.
But it's good to know how to say it correctly at least.
For sure. All right, one more category for make, money and business. Make money, make a profit, make a living, make a deal, make an offer.
All about creating financial or business results.
Yes. And notice how all of these make sense when you think about creation. You're creating income, creating agreements, creating opportunities.
This is brilliant. Okay, now what about do? What are the categories for do?
Great question. Let's start with category 1 for do. Daily activities and chores. This is a big one.
Like do the dishes?
Exactly. Do the dishes, do the laundry, do the cleaning, do the ironing, do the shopping, do the gardening.
All household tasks.
Yes, you're performing these routine actions. Do the washing, do the cooking. Wait, but we also say make food, right?
Ooh, good point. Is that confusing?
Slightly. So here's the thing. When you're talking about the specific meal, you say make, like I'm making spaghetti. But when you're talking about the general task or chore, you can say do the cooking.
Ah, so do the cooking is the activity, but make dinner is the specific result.
Perfect. You got it. Okay, category 2 for do. Work and study activities. Do your job, do your work, do research, do homework, do an assignment, do a project.
Performing work tasks.
Yes, do business, do a course, do an exam. All of these are performing or completing work-related or study-related actions.
That makes sense.
Category 3 for do. Exercise and sports activities. Do exercise, do yoga, do Pilates, do aerobics, do martial arts.
Performing physical activities.
Exactly. Do stretches, do a workout, do cardio. You're performing these exercises. Although, interesting note, we say play sports, not do sports usually.
All right. Play football, play tennis.
Yes, but for exercise types that aren't competitive sports, we usually say do. Do gymnastics, do ballet.
English is so specific sometimes.
It really is. Okay, category 4 for do, favors and good deeds. Do someone a favor, do good, do harm, do damage, do your best.
These are all actions you're performing for or to someone or something.
Exactly. Do the right thing, do justice. You're performing actions, not creating objects.
This is so helpful.
And here's category 5 for do. General actions where you're performing or completing. Do your hair, do your nails, do your makeup.
Wait, but aren't you kind of creating a look?
Great question. You are, but the phrase is still do because you're performing the action of styling or applying. English isn't always perfectly logical.
Fair enough. I'll just memorize these as fixed phrases.
That's smart. And honestly, after using them enough times, they just feel natural. You won't even think about it.
So, Sophie, can we do a quick practice round? Like, I'll say a phrase and you tell me if it's make or do.
Yes, I love this idea. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Blank a mess.
Make a mess. You're creating disorder.
Good one. Okay. Blank someone a favor.
Do someone a favor. You're performing a helpful action for them.
Nice. How about blank an excuse?
Ooh, make an excuse. You're creating a reason or explanation.
Right. Okay. Blank your duty.
Do your duty. You're performing your responsibility.
Perfect. One more. Blank a fortune.
Make a fortune. You're creating wealth.
I wish. But yes, that's right.
See, this is fun. And you know what? I encourage everyone listening to do this with a friend or study partner. Quiz each other.
That's great practice.
It really is. And here's another tip. When you're watching English movies or shows, listen for make and do. Every time you hear someone say one, pause and think, why did they use make? Why did they use do?
That's active learning.
Exactly. You're training your ear and your brain at the same time. And let me tell you a quick story about this.
Please do.
So I had a student who was obsessed with Friends, the TV show, and she told me she started counting every time someone said make or do, and she'd write down the phrases.
Wow, that's dedication.
Right? And you know what happened? After just 2 weeks, her make and do usage was almost perfect because she was exposing herself to natural English constantly.
That's amazing. So immersion really works.
It does, and you don't have to go to an English-speaking country to immerse yourself. You can create immersion right at home with movies, podcasts, music, books.
And podcasts like GoSpeakly English Podcast.
Exactly. We're here every single day giving you natural conversational English.
Every day, so you can learn something new daily.
And speaking of daily, let's talk about some daily expressions that use make and do. These are super common and super useful.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Make time. This is huge. Make time for your family, make time for your hobbies, make time for yourself.
You're creating time in your schedule.
Yes. Even though time is fixed, right? You can't actually create more hours in a day. But the expression is make time because you're creating space in your busy life.
That's beautiful, actually.
It is. Okay, another one. Make sense. Does this make sense to you? I hope we're making sense right now.
You're making perfect sense.
Good. Make sense means to be logical, to be understandable. And we use this all the time in conversation.
What about do?
Okay. Do well. How are you doing? I'm doing well, thank you. Do harm. Do good. Do wonders. This face cream does wonders for my skin.
I love that example.
Right? And here's one that confuses people. Make do. Wait, is that both words together?
Ooh, yes. What does that mean?
Make do means to manage with what you have, even if it's not perfect. Like, we don't have fancy equipment, but we'll make do with what we have.
So it's like managing or getting by?
Exactly. It's actually both words used together as a phrase. Make do. I'll make do with this old laptop until I can buy a new one.
That's such a useful expression.
It really is, especially in everyday life. Okay, here's another important one. Make up. But this has multiple meanings.
Oh no, here we go with the confusing stuff.
Don't worry. Make up can mean to invent a story, like, are you making that up or is it true?
So, creating a false story?
Yes. Or make up can mean to reconcile after a fight. We had an argument, but we made up.
Creating peace again.
Exactly. Or makeup can mean cosmetics, like, she's wearing a lot of makeup today.
Same spelling, different meanings.
Yes, and your context will tell you which meaning it is. English loves doing this.
It really does. Okay, what about do over or do up?
Great ones. Do over means to do something again, to repeat it. I messed up this drawing. I need to do it over.
So, performing it again?
Yes. And do up means to fasten or decorate. Do up your jacket. It's cold outside.
These phrasal verbs are tricky.
They can be, but again, with practice and exposure, they become natural. You don't think about it, you just know.
So true. All right, Sophie, we've covered so much in this episode. Should we wrap up with a final summary?
Yes, let's bring it all together. Okay, everyone. What a journey this has been. Let's recap everything we've learned about make and do.
First, the basic rule. Make is about creation, production, building something new. Do is about performing an action, completing a task.
Perfect. And we learned the categories for make: food and drinks, communication and sounds, plans and decisions, progress and change, money and business.
And for do, daily chores, work and study, exercise, favors and good deeds, and general actions.
We talked about common mistakes like saying do a cake instead of make a cake, or make homework instead of do homework.
And we shared practical tips. Pay attention when watching movies. Practice with friends. Don't be afraid to make mistakes.
We covered useful daily expressions like make time, make sense, do well, do wonders, make do.
And we learned some phrasal verbs too. Make up, do over, do up.
And most importantly, we gave you the confidence to use these words correctly in your everyday English.
Because that's what GoSpeakly English podcast is all about, making you confident English speakers.
Exactly. And you know what? I want to leave everyone with this thought. Language learning is a journey, not a destination. You're not going to master make and do overnight, and that's okay.
Right. The important thing is progress, not perfection.
Yes, every time you use make or do correctly, celebrate it. Every time you catch yourself about to make a mistake and correct it, that's growth.
And every time you listen to an episode like this, you're investing in yourself and your English future.
I love that. You're investing in yourself, and that's something to be proud of.
Absolutely. So everyone listening, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for your time, your energy, your commitment to learning English. We see you, we appreciate you, and we're here for you every single day.
Every day, new episodes, new lessons, new opportunities to improve your English.
And hey, if you enjoyed this episode, if you learned something new, if you're feeling more confident about make and do, please hit that like button.
And subscribe to GoSpeakly English podcast so you don't miss any of our daily episodes.
Share this with your friends who are learning English. Let's grow this community together.
Because learning is better when we do it together.
Nice use of do there, Daniel.
Hey, I'm learning.
We all are, and that's the beautiful thing about language. There's always something new to discover, always room to grow.
So true. All right, everyone, before we go, let's do one final challenge.
Ooh, yes. Remember at the beginning we asked if you could make 5 sentences with make and do? Now try it again.
Can you do it now? I bet you can.
And if you can, amazing! You've just proven to yourself that you learned something valuable today. And if you can't quite yet, that's okay too. Keep practicing, keep listening, keep learning.
We believe in you.
We really do. All right, my friends, that's it for today's episode. Thank you again for being here with us.
Until tomorrow, keep speaking, keep learning, keep growing.
And remember, the world needs your voice, so speak with confidence.
This has been GoSpeakly English Podcast.
I'm Sophie,
And I'm Daniel.
and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.